Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's the Mike and Rich podcast.
Yo, happy Thursday, bro.
Happy Thursday. We
Uh,
got episode 153 here for you.
Ooh, 153.
January 26, 2023. I don't know, man. That doomsday clock's kind of scaring me, bro. Did
Oh,
you hear
yeah?
about that?
No. What's going on with another one? I feel like I've lived through a couple of them already.
Well, they update it like every year or whatever it is, like when
Like-
the threat level,
Okay.
is crazy. And right now we're 90 seconds to midnight, which is the closest we've been. We're closer in the Cold War to nuclear war. How crazy is that?
Oh, you're talking about like political beefs around the world and stuff like that?
No.
No.
It's saying that like a nuclear threat.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, be prepared, everybody. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
You know.
crazy. Look it up.
The Mayans predicted it a long time ago, and they'll eventually be right.
Eventually. But how's your week going, man?
Oh, not too bad. It's actually work starting to pick up. I knew like the beginning of January was going to be kind of slow, so like obviously the latter part of the January is going to pick up. My daughter wasn't feeling well today, but not too bad. Everything else is all right. Got to make some cheesesteaks for dinner on the griddle. Oh, dude, that griddle is so fire.
That's cool.
So fire. How about you?
Not too bad, man. Still just we went to a wedding this weekend, and I'm just still gearing up for this I Heart Horror thing.
Oh,
February
yeah.
4th.
What is it?
Yeah.
February 4th, right? You want
February
to
4th.
do another rundown of that, man, just in case someone's listening that doesn't know what's going on February 4th?
Sure. So February 4th, the Cuneo brothers invented a holiday called I Heart Horror Day, and it's tied into a charity, the Deborah Heart and Lung Foundation or Center. I'm not sure which word. But they're going to be doing a mini con February 4th, right across from Starland at the VFW. And it's going to be pretty cool. They're going to have authors there. They're going to have vendors. They're going to have bands.
Nice.
They're going to have
Mike will be there.
I will be there as well too. I'll be selling my action figure photography
and
a couple other little horror things and stuff like that. So make sure if you see this and you come and say hello.
That's right.
But yeah, no, it's going to be a great thing, and it's for a good cause. And Saraville's really pumping it out. This is in New Jersey, so if you're in the New Jersey Saraville area, February 4th, come check us out.
Right across from Starland. Everybody knows where that is. Come on now.
That's right. Starland Ballroom.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Nah.
All right, so we're going to get into this news right now, but before we do, we just want to say thank you to all our new followers.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate everybody. We're going to be doing another follower giveaway. We did one before on our Twitch. We still have some leftovers, and we still have some new stuff that we want to give to you guys as well. So one of the things that we want to give you guys is this Hasbro 6-inch Cobra Commander action figure. It's pretty cool. I mean, if you're a fan of G.I. Joe, if you're a fan just of the villains and stuff, 80s stuff, whatever.
What does he come with? He's got some hands and some
really
guns?
Cool. He's got some hands. He's got like a really fancy gun and like a cool like sword with like the end of it is a cobra snake.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. And then he has like a pretty cool looking cape and like I guess like a strap for the sword to like put in his back or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. The artwork on the back is pretty awesome as well. Just some of the figures that you can add to the collection. So
nice. And I'll also have some Funko Pops as well. Once we get a little closer to the goal, I'll put a couple aside and we'll throw those out there.
Yeah. So it should be pretty cool. And we just want to say thank you to everybody who follows us, like I said, and we just want to give back something. So all you gotta do is just click that like button, click that follow button, and you're already entered in. That's
already
as easy as
in.
that.
Already in.
For free. That's right, for free. But all right, let's get into the news.
All right, welcome to our news segment.
If it's in the news, then it's probably news.
Yeah, so we try to give you obviously some obscure, news segments and stuff like that, or news articles and things. There's really not that much going on. There's only like 4 or 5 actually good sites that put like weird news up. So unless you like catch it on the trending, daily cycle or whatnot, but everybody seems to be talking about this M&M's controversy that's going on. So M&M's, they're just, got to throw their hat in the mix of, political views or worldly views or whatever you want to call it. And so what they did was last week, and before I pull this article up, last week they took the female M&M spokescandies is what they're calling them, and they changed them up a little bit.
Supposedly they changed all of them up just a little bit.
Did they change all of them up? I know the focus is on the two.
Was the girls?
Yeah, yes. The focus on the 2 females. Okay, they like unsexified them is what some people are saying. Okay.
Yes.
I don't really care. I don't eat M&Ms. I don't eat chocolate, so I don't care.
Sure.
What the spokescandies say or do or whatever.
Listen, M&Ms are great, and they don't need a spokescandy. And I feel like if they thought that they did, they would have lasted so many years. I mean, think about it like this: the spokescandies came out probably like in the 90s, something like that. I mean, I'm not too sure. I'm sure somebody can fact check us in the chats.
Yeah.
When they came out, but it was the red one and the yellow one.
Yeah.
And then they introduced the green one, and yes, she was definitely coming off as sexy, for sure, for a candied. For a candied item.
For a candied item.
Sexy.
Yeah. So which in the 90s they sexified everything, and even now they sexify everything.
Well, yeah, sure. They definitely do, but people got upset, and it seems like it was Tucker Carlson was like the main focus of
he was leading he was leading the charge on the M&M unsexiness.
I saw on the I believe it was the Colbert Report that he had a really funny bit about it. Okay. And he said they're like, they're unsexualizing all this candy and stuff, but what about the 3 Musketeers bar? They're still, like
those are like the 3 gentlemen callers, man.
That'll be next. Yeah,
I heard there was a 4th Musketeer in there too that they don't really talk about.
Well, so it seems like this M&M thing, they're getting rid of the candies altogether.
So now they're getting rid of the candies altogether, which I don't understand why they just don't have just the red and the yellow one. Those 2 are funny together. They're like the duo,
They don't need it anymore.
They don't need any more. Like, does Ronald McDonald need like a female version of himself just to exist?
No, he doesn't, but I mean, whenever you have like a character or 2 characters, it's always good to have like a little world or a crew with them. And I mean, Ron McDonald did. He had Birdie, like Birdie.
He had the bird. He had Grimace.
Well, we don't know what Grimace was, if it was a boy or girl. I'm not too sure. So.
You got the Hamburglar. That dude was grimy, man.
Mayor McCheese.
He was snatching people's burgers, bro.
That's right.
And their buns. Right. He was all about it. So yeah, I'm sure they'll do well with Maya Rudolph. She's funny, she's usually funny in everything she does, and I'm sure they'll keep it on the comedic side.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure it'll be fine. Will you miss the candies? Will you miss the red and the yellow one? Will you miss?
No,
he does exist. They do exist.
I'm not gonna miss the candies. I think it's dumb what they're doing. I always think it's dumb when they do stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon we're not gonna have any.
It's one of those like, well, you guys can't play nice, so nobody gets anything, kind of deal.
I guess. I guess. I don't know. I feel like everybody. It's just like one of those publicity things too. Like, look, you don't even eat M&Ms. You're talking about them. Like
I don't eat M&Ms.
So I don't know.
I will throw this out there. Okay, I was at Walmart today. Okay, and this is the 3rd time I've looked for this particular item at Walmart. Okay, there was one time during the holidays, right before Christmas, I was in line, and they had this Reese's Pieces, like display, and it was all Reese's. Right, and it was all different kinds. It was like raspberry ones and jelly ones and this ones and that ones, and I can't eat any of it because it's all chocolate. They have chocolate on every of them.
Yeah.
Except there was one thing, and it was peanut butter on peanut butter. Reese's cup.
Yeah,
And I was like, I was super stoked about it. I got it, brought it home, ate it. Best thing in the world, dude. Because I used to love peanut butter cups when I was younger, you know, and I just, now I can't eat them. So yeah, I went to Walmart, and then today I found the display. I was like, oh my God, there it is. And I already paid for my stuff, and I went back. I was like, I'm going back. If I find it, I'm going to buy a bunch of them, dude. And they didn't have them there. So I'm kind of upset about the Reese's penises. So.
I'm glad I wasn't drinking anything when you said that shit.
I know, that would have been good.
No, that was good. That's showing you guys that we're live. So
we are
things
live.
happen.
Things happen. It's fine. I slipped.
All right, let's get to this next
one. My mind's in the gutter. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, the next top story we got going on is Justin Roiland has been dropped from pretty much everything.
Woo! And I know that's your boy, man. How you feel about that?
It's really disappointing, man. It sucks, you know. But when you see these shows and you see these you know, cartoons and stuff, that's not them, you know. It's scripted, you know, it's whatever. Like, I love the cartoon, I love the shows, and I thought he was very funny. But you know, I mean, there's nothing to justify the things that he did, and all those new things are coming out.
All the things that he's accused of.
Sure. So. I mean, like I said, like I'm not gonna. We don't really like to touch on this type of news. We really don't. We like to go for the weird and strange. But Rick and Morty is such a huge show. Solar Opposites. You got that new video game that they came out with as well, and that's kind of where it like started to snowball really bad for them.
Yeah.
They used a lot of AI in this game, and they didn't give any credit to Midjourney, the AI that they used. And when they came out and they said they did use it, they said they only used a little bit, but when they like went and checked, it was like, you know, in the 80th percentile of what they used. So they used a lot. They used
like a lot of it.
Yeah, and then you got Solar Opposites, which just got renewed. That's gonna be a hit as well, because I believe the guy who he created Solar Opposites with, once they got the first season done, he passed away. So it was just Justin Roiland, and that was it. And the other guy who voiced someone, they had to change him already. So we'll see what they're gonna do.
We'll see.
I know this guy on TikTok. He used to be called Morty Says. I'm not sure what his name is now. Sean Says, I believe that's his name on TikTok. Says? Yeah, Sean Says on TikTok. He has one of the best impressions out there because he could do both.
Hey, I know a guy named Sean, and he does impressions of him. I wonder if it's the same guy. Who knows? I gotta look him up. But
Sean Says
everybody's doing the impressions on TikTok to try to get above. So, Mike, you gonna be in the running? Are you gonna do a bunch of TikToks with the voices?
Think so, Morty. I don't think so. Hey. I think we're gonna stay right here and just drink this tea.
There you go. You know, I'm sure you're better than some.
It's a possibility. I'm sure if I really pushed hard and practiced all the time like that guy, I'm sure I could get it too. But I never could do Morty. You know, I can't get my voice like that high. You know, like, oh, gee, Rick. You know, like I can't do it
comfortably. You know,
no, not comfortably. No, but the Rick that's just what I sound like when I get excited or mad or drunk or something. So like,
there you go.
It's just like a natural thing. You know, it just kind of comes out. And one day somebody was like, "Damn, you sound just like Rick." And
there you go.
You know, I pushed in and leaned in a little bit and learned a couple.
It used to be Carl from Aqua Teen.
Yeah, freaking right. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah, that's right. I don't have a lot of impressions that I do, but
there you go. Let me pull up this next story. We got a website offers $1,000 to a couple willing to build IKEA furniture. Now, I don't know about you. I've built my fair share of IKEA furniture.
Sure.
When we got an office a couple years ago, they bought all IKEA furniture, all the desks, all the chairs, all the bookcases, everything you could possibly imagine. It was just like millions and millions of pieces, and we were missing a couple desks and a couple pieces. So I went to IKEA and I've never been there before, and I got to experience how you got to go pick out the actual top of the table that's all the way over here, but then the legs are all the way over there, but then the bolts are like on a different floor, and then they're trying to give you meatballs, and like you're like, why are you trying to give me meatballs? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And it's just like this. Now, what would be really cool is in the apocalypse to like Home Alone in IKEA, because it's set up perfectly for like a maze.
Oh yeah, no, that would be great.
You know what I'm saying? So if you were ever to get into like a zombie apocalypse, I feel like an IKEA would be a good spot to hold down, because you can kind of make a lot of things happen. And worst comes to worst, if you can't, you can go find the pieces to build it.
No, you're right. You're definitely right on that.
So would you want to build furniture for IKEA for money?
No.
And it's in-store credit. It's not even like cash.
It's store credit, and it's got to be like your significant other, it looks like. They're looking for couples.
They're looking for couples, what, so they can like film it and stuff like that?
Yeah. Because even the deadline, it looks like, is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So they're looking for couples. So it says right here, it's just you, your significant other, a wordless instruction manual, and a hex key.
Woo!
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I'm good on that, man.
I'm good.
I wonder if they would give you like a hard one. I wonder if there's like kind of like Legos where you can get like a 5-star one or like a 2-star one, you know, to where it's like different levels.
Yeah, levels of difficulty. I'm sure they have that. But
you know, like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm not too sure, but it looks like they got a lot of contestants that want this grand. So
I imagine there's like probably a lot of like influencer ladies who are all about IKEA furniture and stuff like that. Sure. And you know, I'm sure my wife would probably be all about it too. So you want to take this next one?
Sure. All right. So we got stolen hot dog statue returned to West Virginia restaurant owner.
I've seen that statue before.
So that's a very famous hot dog statue. It's like a big hot dog with the
Wiener Man. Face. The Wiener Man.
Wiener Man, human face. He's got legs and hands, and he's putting ketchup on his forehead. So apparently there was a fire at this hot dog stand, and I guess somebody thought the hot dog man was free game because he didn't get burnt, so they stole it.
They just snatched it, huh?
And he just recently got the statue back, and it is unharmed.
Well, some people feel like if somebody leaves something there for like a second or two and walks away, that it's fair game and anybody could just take it. You know, there are others who don't feel that way. I'm one of those people who don't feel that way. You know, if I put something down for a second, and this is totally an inside joke about something me and Mike were talking about earlier. So yeah, now it was just chilling there, and the guy should have left it alone. But people are people, and they're like, "Oh, let's go snatch this hot dog." And if you were to say like they thought they were throwing it away, you're a liar. You knew it.
Yeah, no, probably not. I mean, it all depends. Who knows? They could have moved it by the dumpsters to like clean up from the fire, you know, because it wasn't messed up. I don't know, you know, but they got it back. That's all that matters.
How much do you think that thing's worth?
Yeah, probably like $1,200.
$1,200? Wiener Man statue?
Yeah, something like that.
Wiener Man statue.
At least $1,000.
Let's go. Wiener Man statue for sale. At least $1,000, huh?
Yeah, it's a big statue.
Oh, I don't even see any on here. It's all wiener dogs.
Maybe just look up like hot dog statue.
Here he is right here. 6 foot. Oh, 2 G's.
2 G's. All right.
2 G's.
I knew he was going to be expensive.
That's the same one, too. It's just brand new.
Wow.
So if you were going to do a hot dog stand, would you want a Wiener Man mascot?
I think I could spend $2,000 different.
I don't know. What would you spend $2,000 on a hot dog stand that you wouldn't the wiener dog? And you can't do you do advertising. Okay, I was gonna say you can't buy more hot dogs. I don't count.
Yeah, no, I would do like some kind of advertising or like like do like stretch it out to where like once a month. Like you do some kind of like party or something, like or whatever, and like use that money to fund that party to like get sales or whatever.
There you go. Yeah, we used to do that at a store I used to work at. We used to do something like it was like the third Saturday of every month. And it was like that weekend was just so baller that they're like, well, let's do it every weekend. And they started doing it every weekend forever. So it was like, yeah, but you can't have weekends off. So that was good times. So any other news that that popped up this week that you could think of?
That is the news for this week.
Yeah, I know we got there's a lot of documents popping up all over the country.
Oh yeah,
stacks of them on Corvettes and all that fun stuff. That's that's unwinding. That's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out.
It is what it is. Yeah, that's all I can think of. News stories.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, let's get into our next segment, which is running down a stream.
Yeah, I'm running down the stream. There are songs to be. Comedy and mystery. And maybe some horror to be. Running down the stream.
All right, and we're back with running down a stream.
Yes, sir.
So this is basically all the shows that we are streaming right now.
Right now is a dry spot, man.
It's not a huge list this week. We're gonna kind of just go through a little bit and just touch on some of this stuff. So we're gonna start with Netflix first. So Netflix this week, I watched The Pez Outlaw. It's rising in the ranks. I think it's like number 8 or something like that now on Netflix. It's a documentary about a man who basically screwed the system and did some awesome cool like free stuff, so what he did was he was really obsessed with like cereal boxes and stuff like that. He loves cereal, and so he was cutting the box tops and getting free toys and stuff. So he was getting those toys and he was selling them at like toy fairs and stuff and making like bank. So then he saw Pez and decided he was going to get Pez, but he got it from the source in Germany, I believe it was.
Okay.
And so he was smuggling Pez over from Germany to the States that wasn't here.
So he was getting like exclusive ones and selling them. Okay.
So yeah, so that's just a small premise of it. They tell you that like in the.
This is a show.
No, it's a documentary.
Oh, okay.
They tell you that in like the little trailer or whatever, and basically how this guy, had the president, or they call him the Pesident.
The president.
The president of Pez.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, no, it literally says it like on his desk. It says the Pesident.
That's awesome.
He like went after this guy, like didn't like collectors and didn't like them selling the Pez on like the black market is what they called, and they had like people following this dude and spies and stuff.
That's crazy.
It's pretty nuts, but it's a cool story. I definitely recommend people watch it. It's a fun documentary. It's got a lot of cool visuals and
The Pez Outlaw.
The Pez Outlaw.
All right, on Netflix. Check it out.
Then we got that 90s show.
Oh yeah, dropped. Let's hear about it. I didn't start watching it yet. It's only, how many episodes are out?
I think it's the whole series is
out. The whole series is out. I thought they were just dropping episodes. Okay.
The whole series is out. I'm not sure how many episodes there are. We've just been like kind of just watching as they go. They got the legacy cast.
All the
things right.
They had to.
They basically, if you're a huge fan of that 70s show, you're gonna like it, even though it's like you're like, oh man, I'm not gonna like this show. It's like younger kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's the 90s.
So
like you're gonna feel nostalgic towards that.
Yeah.
But also they're just like recreating stuff from that 70s show. So like all the kids are like somebody. So like Foreman's kid is like Foreman, but
Mhm.
also looks like Foreman, looks like Donna.
Yeah.
You know,
The-
like
I was gonna
that's how
say
they did that. Then
the Kelso
Kelso's
kid
kid,
looks just like him.
he's like a player,
Uh-huh.
he's all with the chicks and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then you have her best friend, which is kind of like Hyde, I would say.
Okay.
She's just like cooler than everything, and I don't know.
Okay.
Then you have like the foreign exchange student type kid. They have something like, so they touched on everything. They definitely
Mhm.
have like a character for everybody.
There you go.
I like it. I think it's really funny. The legacy cast was definitely cool to see.
And you were saying Red and Kitty didn't skip a beat at all, huh?
God, man, they are so funny with like the jokes that they have now and
Mhm.
stuff, because like the references are different. Um, but they still have that like classicness about them. Red is still Red, and they really haven't skipped a beat, man.
So
They're
what year is it in the 90s?
95.
Oh, it's 95. Okay.
Yeah, the only reason why I know that is because they were like, "Hey, do you want to go see Batman Forever in the theater?" And I was like,
Okay.
so yeah, that's 95. So I
Okay.
looked it up.
Do they have Pogs? That would be awesome if they had Pogs.
I didn't see any Pogs. I mean, they definitely made it like that 70s show. Like the first episode, they get a keg for free,
Okay.
and they're trying to get a tap. Like, dealing with the same lady that they dealt with in that 70s show. So
but she's just older.
yeah. It's pretty funny.
That's funny.
But I don't know, man. I mean, I've only watched about like 4 or 5 episodes, but
Okay.
I think it's great. I really do.
Yeah, I gotta start going through that. So
I'm laughing at it. Like little stuff, but they're like they didn't modernize it so much, but like I don't know, it has like a slightly different feel, but it's like the same show. They
same,
brought back like
yeah,
Leo, and they got what's his
same
name?
formula.
Bob from next door.
Yeah, same formula.
Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
Red, he makes like a joke, and he's like, "Oh, he said his name 3 times like Beetlejuice, and he appeared." Like so, like they updated the jokes a little bit for Red and Kitty, and
Okay.
they show an episode where they get a computer, so she's going online, and like they're like explaining all
Oh,
this stuff to her, so it's so
95.
funny. She's on the online.
On the online. Remember getting those discs in the mail? Like the AOL 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 3.5, 3.7.
They were crazy.
Yeah.
They were crazy, but definitely if you're a fan of that 70s show or you just want to laugh, I would definitely recommend that 90s show.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna check it out probably in the next week or so.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. All right, so we're gonna hit up HBO Max, and we got The Last of Us.
Oh, dude, it's so good so far.
So for those of you who don't know, The Last of Us is a video game that they have made a series that stars what is it, Pedro Pascal?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
And it's definitely interesting. I didn't play the game, but I have seen like gameplay, so I know that it's like very close looking, like it's very similar feel, like the background and stuff, and then the clickers, they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
I definitely like it. I think it's fun.
It's shot well. It looks good. Like they're all great actors, so like it's clicking well, man. All the cast is clicking well so far.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a ride. So like just like it, I would say it was a hair slow in the second episode, certain spots.
Oh, but
they're just building the foundation of this story in this world. So I'd say like if you feel like it's slowing down, just give yourself a couple seconds, because it's gonna speed back up. I feel like it's one of those shows that like really lays it down thick, but then also is gonna give you like those crazy explosions and fight scenes that you want to see. So.
We won't get into spoilers too much because there's only 2 episodes out or whatnot. But it is like super cool how like the thing comes out of their mouth to try to attach to other people and stuff like that.
It's definitely very creative. I'll give them that for sure. Definitely a different take on zombies, different take on just that genre in general, and it still feels familiar. So
yeah,
I like it.
I like it too. Second episode's great. You know, I wish that they would drop all of them so I'd watch it all in one shot.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
So it's probably why they don't.
Well, speaking of watching things in one shot, this is your last chance right now
Boom,
on HBO to
boom.
watch John Wick 1, 2, and 3, which means that
Before
4 is
that,
probably coming out soon.
before that new one comes out.
So make sure you watch them if
That's
you don't
right.
already have them or own them or whatever. Or you know, I'm sure there's other streaming services that have them.
What's the date for John Wick 4? John Wick 4.
John Wick? You
You
mean Baba Yaga?
Baba Yaga 4. March 24th. So
Nice. So it is really soon.
it's pretty soon. So
That's why
watch.
they're pulling them, because they're probably going to come out with like, you know, plan to come out with some kind of like DVD thing.
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever.
I got the one that's like 1, 2, and 3. So
Yeah. Nah, they're great. They're definitely great movies to watch. Gear up before the new one comes out.
Listen, don't mess with his dog. Don't mess with his car. Just I don't know why people just won't leave John Wick alone. Like they think that a different ending is gonna be that. You know, like I just don't get it.
I guess they didn't watch the first movie.
They didn't watch the first movie. They heard about it, but they didn't watch it. You know what I'm saying? But definitely watch the John Wicks. Those are good. No Titans.
Still no word.
Still no Titans. Dude, so and the Yellowstone spinoff, the one that Harrison Ford's in, they stopped at episode 4. It's been a week since I've had an episode. Like they literally went 4 episodes and they're just not gonna show anymore. Like
that doesn't make any sense.
Like it makes no sense. And
well,
then
maybe
like
something's going on though.
It's weird though, because if you go in and you look at all the posts for it, everybody says how much it's awesome and they love it, and it's not that good. Like it's like not comparable to like the actual Yellowstone or even the other one. It's just kind of boring. And then they just stopped at episode 4. Like so I don't know, man. It's just
wow.
Weird. So I don't know what's going on with all these streaming services. I imagine there's probably going to be a big shuffle here soon.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to be getting a lot of new shows soon. I feel like they're just kind of holding off a little bit.
They've been promoting the crap out of the next Squid Games. I've been seeing a bunch of new stuff for that.
Squid Games. We're going to get another Hunger Games set of movies. Mm-hmm. We're going to be getting a bunch of stuff like that. So definitely buckle up for that.
Buckle up, buckaroos.
That was Running Down a Stream. And we're going to go into our next segment, which is movies. We're back with movies.
Yes, sir.
We got a couple cool dates of some movies we've been talking about for a while. We're just going to give you some reminders. So make sure you start watching the Ant-Man movies. Ant-Man's going to be coming out February 17th.
Well, you know what? The Ant-Man movies are one of the better Marvel movies, I feel. Like both of them were really good. They both had a great cast. My boy Michael Pena's in both of them. That dude's like hilarious in anything he's in.
He's very funny.
I really like the Ant-Man ones. The Ant-Man ones are really good. I feel like they squeezed in the second one right before MCU kind of went to sleep for a phase. But the new one looks good.
At the wheel.
Kang the Conqueror. I'm ready. I'm actually probably going to watch Loki here in the next.
I was going to say, you definitely need to watch Loki and get that in there as well, too, before you see Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, because it's going
to Mania.
Yeah, that's right. And then you got Black Panther 2 hitting Disney Plus on the 1st. So
excellent. I'll be checking that out.
Watch that.
Then we got Scream 6. We got another trailer for Scream. It was amazing. I'm definitely excited for it.
Looks good.
I know last week we broke down the picture of some of the stuff that was in there. There's a lot of things that I missed. As I went back and I looked, there's so much.
Maybe next week we'll do a Scream breakdown.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. That would be cool. I also made a mistake too. There wasn't, 8, there was 9 killers from before.
Nine.
So
That's right. That's right. Because we were
yeah.
talking about it, and there was the
Yeah.
we.
So I had made a mistake with that. I had omitted 1 killer from part 2. There was 2 killers in part 2. So
That's right. We
um
missed. That's my boy too, man. I love Justified.
yeah. So yeah, so I mean it happens. What are you gonna do?
Hey, what are you gonna do?
But anyway, Scream 6 is gonna be coming out 3/10. So make sure you cross it off on your calendars and watch have a screamathon before it comes out.
I think it's gonna be good. I think it's actually kind of hard for them to kind of mess up at this point with what they've shown us.
Sure.
You
But we'll
know.
see. A lot of people are mad that Nev Campbell, is not in it, but I think they're maybe it was a publicity stunt or who
Yeah.
knows. I mean, come on now. Everything, even the last movie that Paramount had, their marketing was Hello Sydney.
Everything was Hello Sydney. But
So
that stuff changes though. Nowadays you're doing one-off movies and like they're not signing up for a Scream 7 right now until this comes out. So they're only doing them one at a time.
well, hopefully she'll come back for Scream 7 if that's the case. I hope that what they do as well is we'll get the same killer, to come back in Scream 7. Because this killer has definitely said you've never had a killer like me. And I don't remember who it was who I watched talking about it, but they said that all these other people were like obsessed with movies and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but we think that this Ghostface is going to be obsessed with like true crime. And so he's going to be obsessed with the killers, and he knows all their mistakes and all their things that they did wrong. And so he's gonna, it's gonna be a different type
Now,
of deal.
what if they Scooby-Doo unmask him at the end, and it's Sydney?
I think that'd be bitching.
Would you just piss your pants?
No, I think I'd be like, yeah, they finally,
She just came back and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna show Ghostface how to be Ghostface.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
And then she gets away with it.
But see, the thing is that like that shrine or whatever, those Ghostface could have represented the other Ghostface, or maybe because there was other statues there too, like on the side. So was the 9 on the top, but then there was others on the bottom. Like there was at least 4 more.
It was like the memorabilia models or whatever.
But the thing is there was no masks. Why was there no masks? So are those masks being used right now?
Oh.
Are there 9 Ghostface? Like that would be insane. That would be so bitchin'.
We're gonna say shit 9,000 times tonight.
That's right. Just like South Park.
So I don't know, man. We'll see. Are they gonna up the count and be like, there's a whole crew of Ghostface? Maybe all these people met online. There's a group out there that like follow true crime, and they're like and they all meet up and they're like, let's do this. We can get away with it.
It's possible. It's possible.
They build that underground lair like the Ninja Turtles, but it's all, Ghostface memorabilia. And see, the crazy part is how they gonna get all that stuff, because all that stuff would be evidence. So, like I said, that's
how they would get it. Is they're a police officer?
They're a police officer. They're a police officer, or they're related.
I got an answer for everything, bro.
To the police officer.
I'm in the Scream universe. I don't know why they didn't hire me to at least help write this or be in it or whatever.
Maybe the killer's Dewey, man. Maybe Dewey isn't dead, and he just comes back and he's like, I'm gonna show everybody how to be Ghostface.
Maybe. Maybe. All right, well, you want to finish up the list?
All right, what we got here? Oh yeah, so we got Evil Dead 421. That's gonna be definitely a cool little horror flick. There's nothing really too scary that's come out recently or that we're looking forward to, So I think that's gonna be pretty cool. Evil Dead movie. Renfield's 414. That ain't bad. So you got April for Renfield. Everybody loves Nicolas Cage. Everybody's on a Nicolas Cage kick right now. Nicolas Cage and a Brendan. His name isn't Fraser. He says it different. It's Fraser. It's Fraser. Fraser. That's right. It's not Fraser. It's Fraser. That Then we got Knock at the Cabin with Batista. That's coming out soon, actually, February 3rd. And then the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Now, I did see a really crappy trailer today, and I was like, the first one I've seen out that I thought was crappy, but Cocaine Bear. It's probably all CGI because they don't use real animals anymore in movies and stuff like that. But based on a true story, and Ray Liotta's in it. That's his last movie. I think it's going to be good.
I think so too.
I think it's going to be a guilty pleasure.
Absolutely. And on this week's watch list, I watched Breaking Bad. Rich is watching Dexter.
I'm almost done. I was going to say.
I finished Breaking Bad and I finished El Camino. I have to say that I had a new appreciation for the movie El Camino. I didn't like it the first time around, but I think that was just because I didn't watch it like fresh. If you watch Breaking Bad and then go right into El Camino, it's amazing.
It just makes sense.
I'm gonna be getting into Better Call Saul soon, and then we'll just take it from there and see. I know they're talking about making new spinoffs and stuff like that. I don't know who they're gonna do, what they're gonna do, but we'll find out.
There you go. Yeah, I've been watching Dexter. I'm almost done with it. I'm actually on the last season. Definitely different. Like, this isn't obviously my first or second time watching it. This is probably like my fifth time watching it, and it's just like you just keep catching more and more stuff, and you're just like, that was kind of like weird how they wrote that. Like, it's like so many times where it's like he tries to be so careful in the beginning, like the first season, he's like in tuned, he's so careful, and like the mistakes that he makes in the beginning is just like maybe he's not as strong as he thought he was or something like that. Sure. To where later on the mistakes that he makes are like super amateur, and it's just like, oh, they just let this guy out on bail because like the evidence was messed up. He's trying to get him that day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why can't you wait like a week or two, man? Like, like if you're trying to be safe about it. And he just gets more and more ridiculous, obviously, as the seasons go. And then even with this last season, everybody hates the last season of Dexter, and it's like, this is why. It's like this lady comes out of nowhere, and she's like, oh, I've known you my whole entire life, Dexter, and blah, 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 and he's just like, okay. Like, yeah. It just makes no sense.
No, I feel you, man. I feel you. So, I was definitely disappointed with that as well.
This is the sad part of watching Dexter. It's so good. And then it just teeters, and it teeters, and it teeters, and it's just like bleh, at the end. It's so, and it's funny because the next show I'm gonna watch does the same thing. I'm gonna watch Lost next again. It's been nice. It's been a couple years since and that was like my show when it was on, man.
That's cool. I've been thinking about going back to watch The Strain again.
There you go. There you go.
Such a great show, bro. Did you watch that or no?
I watched the first season and probably a little bit of the second.
The first season's bitching. The second season's not as great, but the third season really kills it.
Did they come back?
The ending of the second season is amazing as well, too.
Yeah. See, now that show I thought was kind of weird because, like, all right, so the first season, like you said, the first season's really cool, right? Like, the whole premise of, like, the plane in the beginning was just like, that's why I watched it. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. It's super cool. But then, like, you're, like, halfway in the second season, it's just like, dude, how did these people afford to eat? They're just chilling in his basement all day. When they're not chilling in the basement all day, they're like fighting some dudes that they can't beat. And it's just like, it's like kind of weird. So like, that's why I kind of gave up on it. It was just like, I don't know.
You should go back. You should go back. It's worth it.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. So
it is. But all right, let's get into these toys. And that's going to be our last segment for the night.
Yeah. We got some toys.
That's right. Okay, so this week I lucked out with some McFarlane's. And I got these two gold labels. So we got.
Ooh, I know you got the one for like $10. It's crazy.
Vampire Batman. We ain't supposed to talk about that.
Woo!
So he's really awesome.
That guy's pretty cool.
Artwork is ridiculous in the back.
Oh, that is really cool.
So spooky.
I'm kind of jelly, man. I'm kind of jelly. When you called me earlier and you're like, yeah, I'm at Walmart too, because I was at a Walmart. and you're like, oh, I got this cool little thing, and I was like in my toy aisle, and like it's like plotted, it's like depleted. I still got like,
Holiday shit.
oh, dude, it's like terrible, man. Like the stuff that's in there is out of control.
All right, ready for it? I got the Eradicator.
Boom. He's
got the
cool.
cool shades. Look at that artwork on the back.
Cool.
He's got the cool extra hands with like the grip thing, you know, so it looks pretty badass. But
your Walmart's so much cooler than mine.
the only reason why I think my Walmart's so cool is because I buy this stuff really fast. So like they're like, oh shit, it is popular. Let's keep stocking it in real fast.
Keep stocking it in.
I buy a lot of stuff from there. What can I say? You know, but all right, so let's get into these new toys. So the first one we got is the Avengers Endgame Thor's House Deluxe Pop. So these new Deluxe Pops are pretty cool. They're definitely big. They're not for your average Funko collector.
Yeah, they're huge.
The background looks amazing. It's very detailed. You know, we got the little guy on the couch eating pizza. I forget his name. It's like Meek or something.
Yeah,
like
Mink. Oh, Mink.
Yeah, Meek, Korg, and Thor. So it's definitely well detailed, very cool. I always wonder with these if like you could take them off and like put somebody else on there or something like that. I always wonder that, but
well, they're like
so much money.
They're stuck to the bottom, and like because I seen one that was like broke not too long ago. That was in clearance, and they were like unstuck from the bottom. I guess it just came off or whatever. But
sure,
yeah. So
the background's bitching. I love it.
It's cool
with stuff like that.
It's cool.
Funko would sell. Listen, Funko. It's not a free idea. I want royalties on it. But if you just came out with stuff like that,
I know.
Just the background, people would buy that.
I know.
100%. Because it looks like I could use that for my figures as
well.
Too,
so. I need to get the size of that. All right.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Yeah, no, that's a cool situation right there. I thought it was cool because they have one. It was like they have an elf one. They have the Home Alone one with them going up the stairs. So there's a lot of cool ones that are like
so many cool ones. The Moments ones. Yeah, I like those. Then we got the I Am Groot mystery minis. They're also coming out with Funkos as well, but they're only coming out with a couple of these as Funkos.
Oh, yeah.
But they're going to look just like these. So they're all from that new I Am Groot show. Every single one of them is from the show.
Oh, they're going to be like the mystery boxes.
These are the mystery box ones. I just wanted everybody to see like.
Oh yeah, they're tiny.
But if you go like, I don't know if you go down and you can like look through there, but they have two of them are coming out as Funkos. So they have the one with like him dressed like a girl, I guess you could say, like he has like the hair and the dress. And then I think they have the one with him and the watch.
Okay. All right, yeah, I have a little baby Groot from the second Guardians movie. Like he's in his little outfit or whatever.
Yeah. So. Yeah, no, they're pretty cool. Then NECA came out with their 40th anniversary ET figures. I have to say, I love NECA. I like ET, but I'm not getting these. I really had no interest. They look great. It'd be cool if they came with the stuff that's like in the back for like the background and stuff, but they don't come with everything that they show in the pictures. This one right here is probably the only one I would get if I did get it. If I could get Elliot off the bike or ET out of the thing, then I can use it for anybody. But it's really just a one note thing. It's for that hardcore ET fan. But it's pretty cool. It's NECA. It's going to be a 7-inch figure, and then it looks like you can attach it to this card thing to like take a photo of him like flying over the moon or whatever.
Over the moon, bro.
It's pretty neat, but
it's okay.
Really my thing.
A lot of people are in the 3D printing groups on Facebook printing big, massive ETs right now.
I saw another thing too that they're printing is Ghostface as the Statue of Liberty with him with a knife. Like holding up like this, and then like either books in his hand or a head in his hand.
Yeah, it's like the little novel or the tourist things that you buy from the city or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
Whoever came up with that is a genius.
Genius.
So smart. All right, and then we got last on the list. We got the Predator Ultimate Shaman. Sorry. figure. He looks awesome.
He is pretty cool.
So wicked, and that's a mask too. So like you could take it off. I get. Oh no, it's a different head.
It's a different head. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can switch up the heads for I always love when you can do stuff like that. He looks so great. The cloak looks cool. I love when they do like a mixture of the cloth with like the plastic stuff. He even looks good without it. If you look at like the one of the last pictures on there where he has a skull.
Yeah.
That the accessories are bitching, you know, like I love all those things like the skulls and the weapons and stuff like that. So
That's cool.
they're cool. It's always good when you can get something and use it for other stuff, you know, like so you get multiple things. You don't just get the figure, you know.
Yeah. I think they do a pretty good job with the Predator figures.
Yeah, well, that's like their bread and butter for a while. Like if you look at McFarlane, he has like hundreds of Batmans, but if you look at NECA, they have thousands of Predators, bro. It's ridiculous how many they have.
Now, I don't see the one here that I like to talk crap about. So there's one Predator that I like to talk crap about. It's the one where it's like he's the heat vision Predator. Like somebody's looking at him in heat vision.
Oh yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Unless it's
the
another
invisible
Predator
one.
looking at him. Now the invisible one makes complete sense. But the heat vision one, just because he's like another Predator's looking at him, you know, so.
I guess.
Nah, that's not how it's supposed to work. Come on now. Come on now.
I don't know. I wish I worked for them, but I don't, so I couldn't tell you.
You just play with the toys and take some pictures and stuff.
There you go. That's it.
There you go.
And then you can buy them at the iHeart Horror Festival.
In Sayreville, New Jersey. That's right.
Sayreville, New Jersey. That's right.
Perfect.
That's right. I got prints for you. Come on down. I mean, it's for a great cause too. You know, come get some prints. Look at these guys.
Those are cool.
My boy called it the Three Amigos, so I think that's what I'm going to be calling it.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah. Very cool. But that's our cast tonight, guys. We just want to say thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you.
You guys
make sure you hit that share button. Make sure you hit that follow button and like button as well. Just hit all the buttons.
Hit all the buttons. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.
That's right. Peace.